Thanks to a friend, I recently discovered a prop firm that allows you to trade with any single stock ever. And you can do any, well, it's options. So you trade with options and you can do any type of strategy you want to. So if you want to do an iron condor, credit spread, straddle strangle, just normal calls and puts, you can do anything. So it's on this, it's called optionsfunding.co up here. And they have two different styles, this express plan and the growth plan. They have a 60% off sale right now. Now, I would look into some of this stuff before you guys get it. So look at the rules here. Look over this. If you guys are not familiar with prop firms, definitely look over all of this stuff. It's going to be really confusing because it's a lot of info, but look over it. And then also go into this FAQ up here. They'll have everything you need to know as well. The main thing is when you guys are getting the accounts, you got to make this much money to get into it. You can only lose this much money or you have to rebuy it. For the consistency, you can't go over 30% on these growth accounts. The Express, there's none. So for example, this 30%, 50K, let's just go over it real quick here. For this growth 50K, you have to earn $6,000 to pass it to get to your funded. Well, you might think, oh my gosh, I can just gamble all 50,000 and get $6,000 in one trade. No, because of this 30% consistency rule, that means only 30% of this 6,000 right here. So that means each day you can only make a maximum of 1,500. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't make over that 1,500. It just means if you do, you're actually going to have to make way more than this $6,000. So that's really all it is. There's some other stuff down here. This is pretty much if you fail it, how much it is to reset it. The funded, kind of same thing. Got drawdown here. The balance is just how much money you can trade with, and then the drawdown is the same as up above with the challenge phase after you're funded, and then this is how much you can actually earn once you're funded. So you can see the minimum payouts here and then the payout caps. So the minimums are pretty much the same as the maximums. So you can see you can throw pretty much $100 in to buy one of these accounts or one of these, well, pretty much any of these accounts. And I mean, if you made all of these payouts, you're talking, oh, let's see, $5,000, $6,000, $7,500, just by buying a $100 account, more or less, as long as you follow their rules and you're disciplined. But that's awesome. And then you can get to a live, which means after you take, I can't remember what it is on this prop firm, but after you take 5 payouts, I believe, or maybe it's 4, something like that, they may transition you to live, which means it's real money you're trading with, not just fake imaginary money. So it's still not your money, but whatever account you move to live, you have the 50,000, for example. We're just going to stick with that. Same things. You can only lose 3,000 or you blow it. At the end of the day is what it goes to for the drawdown. The withdrawal is for all profits because you're in a live now. And the only thing is there's this minimum payout. That's pretty much the only rule. And you get refunded whatever you purchased this account for in the beginning, so you actually get that back. So let's say you could literally, if you wanted to, gamble. Well, I'm using the word gamble loosely here, but you could literally put all $50,000 into one trade, and let's say just instantly went up significantly and you made $50,000, like another $50,000, you can more or less literally withdraw all of that. There's some other rules with that, which you'll have to get into, but it is all 100% yours. You just have to, request no less than $100 out. Now, the only thing is, if you're gambling all this 50,000 or all this 100,000 here, well, you can go to this 3,000 negative, which is 47,000 in this case, or right here 94,000, because you can only lose 6,000 on the 100K. you can get to that pretty quick if you're gambling all this. So, you know, that's where risk management comes in and discipline and stuff like that. So keep all of that in mind. That's why, you know, it's not a bad idea to, you know, put $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, whatever you're comfortable with into a trade. But it's not the easiest thing to get to this live. And, but when you do, and if you do, it's pretty cool because you can get all of your profits. And then I would go over all these general rules and then look over these FAQs as well. But let's go to the next video and I will get into their trading platform, which is this Rick's Trade.